I used to believe honesty was the backbone of every lasting marriage. Maybe that's why. When Claire told me she had a 3-day business trip to Chicago, I didn't hesitate. I kissed her goodbye at the airport, hauled her suitcase to the curb, and wished her luck with her presentation. Trust, I thought, meant freedom, the ability to let someone go without worrying about what they did when you weren't watching. But trust can also be the perfect mask for betrayal. It started with a small thing. The morning after she left, her tablet buzzed on the counter. A calendar notification popped up. Dinner reservation, 7 p.m., Harborview Inn. My stomach tightened. That wasn't Chicago. It was 30 minutes from our Boston home. Maybe it was an old reminder I told myself. Maybe she'd forgotten to delete it. Still, doubt began to creep in. That night, I texted her. Chicago, she replied almost immediately. Exhausting clients, had to crash early. The message ended with a tired emoji she hardly ever used. Its forced cheerfulness made my skin crawl. I didn't want to be that paranoid husband, the one checking logs and receipts. But instinct sometimes screams louder than reason. I glanced at our shared credit card account. One charge stood out. Harborview Inn, Executive Suite, 2 nights. The lie was right there, printed in neat digital letters. I didn't confront her right away. I let the silence stretch, testing its strength like a bridge before stepping onto it. On the second night of her trip, I drove to the inn. The parking lot glowed under soft yellow lamps. Cars sat like secrets waiting to be revealed. I spotted her silver sedan next to a black BMW. My heart hammered, vision blurring. I walked into the lobby, pretending to scroll through my phone. Is there a Claire Miller checked in? I'm her husband. I asked. The clerk hesitated, then muttered, Room 214, room 214. I climbed the stairs slowly, each step a measured heartbeat. Outside her door, I heard laughter, light, familiar, cutting through me like glass. A man's voice followed, deeper, confident. I didn't knock. I didn't pound on the door. I simply turned and walked away. Betrayal kills quietly first. You don't explode. You erode. I spent the night in my car near the harbor, staring at the waves, punching the rocks. By dawn, something inside me had hardened. I wasn't going to beg for truth. I would deliver it on my terms. When she returned the next evening, guilt wore the guise of exhaustion. Her hair was straightened. Her suitcase smelled of perfume rather than travel. How was Chicago? I asked casual. Exhausting, she said, repeating her practice line. Clients loved the presentation, though. I let silence stretch long enough for her to feel it. That's great. While you were gone, I talked to a lawyer. Her eyes snapped up. A lawyer? For what? For honesty, I said. Something we seemed to have misplaced. Her breath caught, panic blooming. Mark, what are you talking about? I held up my phone. The hotel receipt glowed on the screen. Harborview Inn, I said quietly. 2 nights, Executive Suite. Maybe pick better alibis next time. She froze, words tumbling but never landing. It's not what you think, she began. It's exactly what I think. I cut in, exactly what I needed to know. Claire stood pale, trembling, as if the air itself had turned against her. I'd seen her angry, hurt, broken, but never speechless. Mark, please, she whispered, stepping closer. It was a mistake. It didn't mean anything. That line, the universal anthem of guilt, hung in the kitchen like a cheap echo. Then it shouldn't bother you, I said calmly. Because I'm just correcting another mistake. I added. What do you mean? She asked, blinking. I filed for divorce yesterday. Her lips parted, but no sound came out. The silence thickened, heavy enough to crush the memories lingering in the air. That sleepless night, I thought of everything she had taken for granted. Our late-night talks, the house we built, the promises whispered in the dark. I didn't want revenge. I wanted peace. But peace only comes when truth stops hiding. She sank into a chair, tears streaking her face. You can't just throw everything away, Mark. We've been married for 12 years. 12 years, I repeated, 11 of which I spent believing you were my safe place. I leaned forward. You should know, I'm not angry anymore. I'm done. She wiped her eyes. It was one night, one mistake. I thought I'd lost you already. I almost laughed. You didn't lose me, Claire. You gave me away. The words hung, final and sharp. A week later, my lawyer mailed her the papers. No note. The note came later. One page, tucked in an envelope she had to open herself. You lied about a business trip, so I replied with the truth about our divorce. Consider this the closure you never gave me. That night, she called, sobbing, begging to talk. Every ring sounded like a memory I didn't want anymore. I let it go to voicemail. For days, the house felt haunted by absence. Her perfume lingered in the hall, slippers by the door. But instead of emptiness, I felt relief, the kind that comes after a storm finally runs out of rain. Friends urged me to start over, move on. I wasn't ready. Healing isn't a race. It's quiet reconstruction. I changed my mornings, still made 2 cups of coffee, but poured one down the sink, a small ritual to remind me what letting go looks like. I ran again, long routes by the harbor, where I had once sat in silence. The waves no longer looked angry. 2 months later, I saw her by chance. Grocery store parking lot. Late evening. She looked smaller somehow, as if life had stripped away her confidence. She smiled faintly. I nodded, polite but detached. You look good, she said. I feel good, I replied. She hesitated. I wish things had been different. So do I said, but they're exactly what they needed to be. She looked away, blinking back tears. I walked past her car and never looked back. People think revenge is loud, slamming doors, shouting matches, dramatic exits. The most powerful revenge is silence. Living better than the person who thought they broke you. I didn't expose her to friends, post online, or tarnish what we had. I told the truth once and walked away. Some nights, when the city is quiet, I still remember her laughter behind that hotel door. It doesn't hurt anymore. It's a reminder of how far I've come. Loyalty isn't about who you stay with. It's about who you become when someone betrays you. Yes, she lied about a business trip, but I answered with something stronger, the truth that set me free.